Good morning and good afternoon. My name is Tom Baumann of FNKIR, AsiaFIN's investor relations firm. I would like to welcome everyone to AsiaFIN's second quarter 2025 financial results conference call. Hosting the call today are Casey Wang, AsiaFIN's founder and group CEO, Dr. Sean Say, executive director, and Shanti Ku, AsiaFIN's newly appointed CFO. Before I turn the call over to management, I would like to refer you to page 2 of the company's earnings release dated August 13th, 2025, which contains AsiaFIN's safe harbor disclaimer. During today's call, management may make forward-looking statements. These statements are based on current expectations and assumptions, and as a result, are subject to risks and uncertainties. Many factors could cause actual results to differ materially from the forward-looking statements on this call. After the speaker's remarks, there will be a question and answer session. Please note that this call is being recorded and a replay may be accessed via AsiaFIN's website at asiafingroup.com. I would now like to turn the call over to Casey Wang, AsiaFIN's founder and group CEO.
Thank you, Tom. All right, we have closed the second quarter, going into the third quarter. So we are going into the second part of the year. First quarter results were not as good as we expected, but this quarter we have seen some good results. Shanti will go through the financial numbers. I will talk about the non-financial accomplishment that we have done this second quarter. When we announced during the first quarter, we have announced that we have a Saudi contract, okay, but we were not able to do any invoicing on the first quarter, okay. But this quarter we managed to invoice and sign and invoice the contract. So and we are on the way, okay. So we are target to complete phase 1 of the project, which we foresee 70% of the project to be invoiced within the end of this year, okay? Because the cut life time frame for phase 1 is targeted to be November if it doesn't delay the project, okay? Second thing, so this is the Saudi project, okay, and then we will have more news as we move forward for the next quarter on the Saudi establishment. Okay. Secondly, we have rolled out AsiaFIN RPA solutions in Asia and also in Saudi. Okay, it's one of the products that we have also sold to the bank in Saudi Arabia. So this also means that the OrangeFIN company is turning around the corner. Hopefully, we will foresee good results this year with OrangeFIN. Okay, I think can be seen in the result that we have announced. Okay, and then of course on the Malaysian front, we are continuing to roll out our e-invoice solution under our RegTech e-invoice solution. We have made an announcement that we have crossed 100 companies that we help report e-invoice. Okay, so in Malaysia only. Okay, so we are targeting to expand our RegTech into the GCC, looking at some of opportunities there. Okay, so these are some of the highlights of the second quarter that we have achieved. Okay, so now I would like to hand over the call to Shanti.
Thank you, Casey. Right. Okay. Revenue for the second quarter was 1 million, an increase of nearly 86% compared to 542,000 reported in the same quarter last year. The increase represents initial revenues from our new customer in Saudi Arabia and increases in services provided to our customers in Asia. Our gross profit was 312 or 30.9% gross margin compared to gross profit of 54,000 or 10% gross margin in the same quarter last year. Our significant improvement in gross margin, both on a year-over-year and a sequential basis, reflects the contribution of revenue in Saudi Arabia following a period of higher startup costs, which impacted our margins. Selling and general administration expenses were 523,000 for the second quarter, up to 60.4% from the 326,000 in the second quarter last year. The increase was primarily attributed to the higher salary expenses as we recruited more employees to support our business expansion and an increase in the credit loss allowance. Our loss from operations was 208,000, a narrowing of 26.9% compared to the loss of 285,000 in the second quarter last year. As we scale, we continue to progress toward positive operating income. Similarly, our net loss continues to narrow as well. The second quarter net loss was 208,000 compared to 285,000 in the second quarter last year. Net loss attributed to common shareholders was 198,000 or $0 per share compared to net loss of 281,000 or $0 per share last year. On a year-to-date basis, our revenue for 6 months ended 30th June 2025 was 1.6 million compared to 1.1 million for the first half of 2024, an increase of 53.3%. Again, this year reflects incremental revenue from new regions, including Saudi Arabia, and expansion with existing customers. Our gross margin increased more than 1,100 basis points to 18.7% from 7.2% in the first 6 months last year, reflecting the margin normalization in Saudi Arabia. For the first 6 months of 2025, selling general and administrative expenses were 1 million compared to selling general and administrative expenses of 622,000 last year. Operating costs for the first 6 months of the year was 698,000 compared to an operating loss of 567,000. Net loss attributed to common shareholders for the first 6 months of the year was 680,000 or $0 per share compared to net loss to common shareholders of 559,000 or $0 per share last year. Turning to balance sheet, we ended the quarter with cash and cash equivalents of 1.03 million compared to 1.3 million at the end of 2024. Okay, with this, I turn back the call to Tom.
Thank you, Shanti. We'll now begin the Q&A session. There are 2 ways to participate. First, you can submit a question using the Q&A widget. To do this, locate the Q&A icon at the bottom of your screen. Click it to open the text box, type your question, and then click Submit. Alternatively, you can ask a live question using the Raise Hand icon, also located at the bottom of your screen. This will notify the IR team that you would like to ask a live question on today's call. When called upon, please remember to unmute your line and proceed with your question. We'll now open the floor for questions. Okay, if there are no questions, I would like to hand the call back to KC for closing remarks.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Shanti. This is the first time we don't have a question, so that's good. It's either we have been doing very well or okay. So I don't know what else. Okay, so thank you, everybody. I think I have no further remarks. Hopefully, we are looking forward to the third quarter. We hope that we can give you better results for the third quarter. And of course, our last quarter is always the best quarter for the year. Thank you.